Hello, today we'll be presenting about our class of production operations and logistics management and all the chapters that we went through. Let's begin by defining two important concepts. On chapter 1, we talked about operations management that focuses on planning, organizing, and controlling the resources needed to produce goods and services, while supply chain management focuses on coordinating the movement of materials, information, and finances from suppliers all the way to customers. Together, these systems transfer inputs such as labor, materials, capital, and information into valuable products and services. The overall goal is to maximize customers' value while also improving organizational efficiency and profitability. Chapter 2 is strategic alignment properties. Operations cannot function independently, and to achieve long-term success, departments like marketing, finance, human resources, and operations must all work together and toward the same organizational goals. A successful operational strategy balances five key competitive priorities. One is cost by operating efficiently. Two, quality by delivering reliable products. Three is flexibility by adapting to customer needs. Four is speed by delivering products quickly. And five is innovation by continuously improving products and services. When these priorities are aligned, companies gain a stronger competitive advantage. Chapter 3 is new production introduction, which is a process that consists of three phases. The first phase is idea generation and screening, where companies identify customer needs and evaluate whether an idea is feasible. The second phase is product development and testing, where prototypes are created and tested to ensure quality and market acceptance. And finally comes commercialization, where the product is launched into the market and customer feedback is collected for continuous improvement. This structured approach helps organizations reduce risk while increasing the chances of a successful product launch. In chapter 4, we talked about product flow processes and the different types that we have. So the first one is project, which is production is used for one time, unique projects such as constructing a building. Then we have job shops, which produces customized products in low volumes. Batch is production creates products in moderate quantities. Then assembly line that focuses on producing standardized products in large volumes like cars. And finally, we have continuous flow that is designed for extremely high volume products such as oil refining. The key trade-off is between flexibility and efficiency. As production volume increases, flexibility generally decreases. Next, we have Chapter 5 is services versus manufacturing. Organizations generally fall into two categories, service or manufacturing. A service organization provides intangible products, involve high customer interaction, and their services are consumed as they are produced. However, on a manufacturing organization, they produce tangible goods that can be stored as inventory before reaching customers. Although they operate differently, Both depend on efficient processes, quality management, and customer satisfaction. Chapter 6 is process flowcharting. Flowcharts are important tools used to visualize every step in a process. By mapping operations, companies can identify bottlenecks, eliminate unnecessary activities, and standardize procedures. This ultimately improves productivity, reduces waste, and creates more consistent quality. Chapter 7 is Lean versus traditional suppliers. This slide compares two supplier philosophies. Lean suppliers focus on just-in-time delivery, high quality, and minimizing waste. This reduces inventory costs and improves efficiency. Now, on the other side, traditional suppliers often purchase in large batches to reduce unit costs, but this results in higher inventory level and greater storage costs. Today, many organizations are moving forward toward lean systems because they provide greater flexibility and responsiveness. Chapter 8 is quality standards. Um, Maintaining quality is essential for every organization. ISO 9000 provides internationally recognized standards for quality management systems and continuous improvement. The Baldrige Excellence Framework evaluates organizations based on 7 categories, including leadership, strategy, workforce, operations, and results. Together, these frameworks help companies consistently improve performance and customer satisfaction. Then, Chapter 9 is designing quality control that follows 4 basic steps. First, organizations establish measurable quality standards. Next, they monitor performance using metrics like defect rates and cycle times. Then they compare actual performance to the desired standards. And finally, corrective actions are taken to eliminate the root causes of problems. Many organizations also combine lean thinking and Six Sigma to reduce waste, decrease defects, and continuously improve operations. Chapter 10 is solving forecasting situation. This slide demonstrates a forecasting method using a 3-month moving average. So based on the demand from March, April, and May, the forecast for June is approximately 126.7 units. However, the actual demand was 135 units, resulting in an error of about 8.3 units. This illustrates one limitation of moving averages. They smooth out fluctuations, but often lag behind periods of increasing demand. Chapter 11 is aggregate planning costs. Aggregate planning helps organizations meet customer demand while minimizing total costs. These costs include production expenses, workforce costs such as hiring and layoffs, inventory holding costs, and stockout costs resulting from lost sales. The objective is to balance available resources while maintaining customer satisfaction. On chapter 12, we had the scheduling design, which determines the order in which jobs are completed. The first come, first serve method is simple, but not always efficient. Shortest processing time improves workflow by completing smaller jobs first, and priority scheduling is the one that allows organizations to process important jobs based on business needs. And then we have the effective scheduling reduces delays, improves resource utilization, and increases overall productivity. Chapter 13 was project management. Project management often uses the critical path method, or CPM, which identifies the sequence of activities that determines the total project duration. If any activity of this path is delayed, the entire project is delayed. Slack, also called float, measures how much flexibility exists before a delay affects project completion. Chapter 14 is inventory control. So inventory control ensures that organizations have the right products available without carrying excessive inventory. Vendor management inventory allows suppliers to monitor inventory levels and automatically replenish stock. Then the ABC inventory system classifies inventory into three categories. On the A category, those are items that are high value products requiring strict control. In category B are items received that need moderate attention. Then in category C are items that are lower value that require simpler inventory controls. On chapter 15, we talked about MRP systems, or material requirements planning, which is the one that helps companies determine what materials they need, how much is required, and exactly when they should be ordered. The system uses three key inputs. One is the master production schedule, two, the bill of materials or BOM, and three, the current inventory records. The outputs include purchase orders, production schedules, and updated inventory information. Materials requirements planning helps reduce shortages, improve planning, and increase production efficiency. Then we have chapter 16, which was about the supply chain performance. So organizations measure supply chain performance using several key metrics. These include delivery speed, product quality, inventory levels, customer satisfaction, and total operating costs. Companies must also manage risks such as supplier disruptions, transportation delays, and cybersecurity threats. So building a resilient supply chain allows organizations to recover quickly when unexpected disruptions occur. Now, for chapter 17, we talked about outsourcing and offshoring. Although outsourcing and offshoring are often confused, they are different concepts. So, on one hand, we have outsourcing, which means hiring another company to perform certain business activities. And on the other hand, we have offshoring, which means relocating operations to another country. Both strategies are good and can reduce costs and provide access to specialized expertise. However, they also introduce challenges such as reduced operational control, communication barriers, and maintaining consistent quality. Moving for our last chapter, we talked about global logistics, which allows companies to research international markets, reduce production costs, and diversify suppliers. However, operating globally can also create challenges, which include longer transportation times, international trade regulations, and currency fluctuations. Organizations that effectively manage these challenges can build stronger and more competitive global supply chains. So, in conclusion, operations management and supply chain management play a critical role in organizational success. By combining strategic planning, quality management, forecasting, inventory control, product management, and now global logistics, organizations can improve efficiency, reduce costs, and deliver greater value to customers. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that may arise.